What's going on, y'all? It's me, it's Nick with two C's. Welcome to Artificial Conversation, where we include, influence, and inspire you.
Hey y'all, it's me, Tag.
What's up? I'm Garsha, aka Songbird.
Hey yo, you already know it's now. They already in the building.
What's up, guys? What's going
Hey
on?
y'all.
Man, it's been a long week.
A long week.
Tell me
Yeah.
about it.
It's always a long week for you, Nick.
But I'm just saying it's hot in Dallas. You know, it be hot.
See, I wasn't even in Dallas. I
It's
was
been
in
real
Ohio.
hot. Ohio? How
Yeah.
was it in Ohio?
It was
Ooh.
nice. The weather was like in the 60s and the 70s, so I was
You
enjoying
got
that.
cooler
Oh,
weather.
I wasn't looking forward to come back home, but I was looking forward to come
What part
back
of
home.
Did you see
Ohio?
LeBron?
No, what he doing in Ohio?
I mean, I thought he's for the Lakers now. Never mind.
What?
Like, unless you have home still there. I know that.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. See? Nah, but the weather was real nice out there.
Yeah.
I came home when I was driving back through Oklahoma. I was in a mustard shirt, driving in the truck.
Yeah, 'cause you knew it was gonna be
You
hot.
know it's gonna be
What?
hot along the way,
Dripping.
coming down. So
Yeah.
I was in Houston, but it wasn't as humid as I thought it was going to be. Because, you know, Houston can get there.
Right.
But it was like here. Hot.
I was
Yeah,
Yeah.
Houston about to have a hurricane soon, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Oh,
only
It's
thing.
bad
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
next week they'll have some of that coming in.
Yeah, you know what I noticed about Ohio and driving up through that way? They got a lot of agriculture out there. There's a lot. I'm talking about beautiful greenery, a whole lot of agriculture. They got.
I ain't never heard you use that word before.
Boy, I'm smart.
I said agriculture. I was like, oh,
Yes,
she got
they got
Come
agriculture.
on, words with friends. Let's go.
Nick, spell it.
Yeah, spell it.
Agriculture. A-G for the culture.
Yeah. G for the culture. Yeah, but it was nice out there. They have what they call it. They had nurseries, and then what else you call it? The greenhouses. And
Oh,
all
yeah.
That out there. Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
was
say
nice.
everybody got nurseries.
Nah,
Not
bro.
like the kid
plants-
nurseries.
plants-
Oh. I thought she meant like daycares and stuff like that. I was like, you ain't got childcare?
I would have said daycare.
You ain't got childcare in Ohio? Come on now.
it's
Nah,
good.
but
It ain't
it's-
been like
teach the babies.
high it's been
Hey.
here. It's been in the hundreds
For
here.
real? Shoot.
Yeah.
It's
Man.
horrible.
It's
Yeah,
been
that's
hell hot.
crazy.
That's what
And
it's
you know what
been.
else they got out there?
What?
They got Amish people out there in the Ohio.
In the
Ohio.
You know what I'm talking about? They was on horses, bro. They had
There's some
carriages.
in
With
between
the long
here and
beards?
going like
Yes.
towards like Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like you'll find like a community. They'll have stores and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying. We were driving up through there. You know, they roads real narrow.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the people, they have the yellow sign with the horse and the carriage on it. So you can be aware that they're out there.
Isn't all
And I
these
seen
for the
quite a
Amish
few
folk?
of 'em.
Well, no,
I don't think
You're gonna
that's
be canceled.
I thought all these was for the Amish. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
bro. But that was
I never
something.
heard that.
Yeah, that was something to see though. I was like, wow, these people really out here living in the 1800s and we in 2024.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
whatever worked for them, their wife probably was at home churning butter. No offense, but you know,
Churn, baby,
Like,
churn.
you know what I'm saying? In that thing.
Man, yeah, that was Fresh Prince. Churn, baby, churn.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Hey, but you know what? They skin and stuff out there look real nice.
Man, can't
Yeah.
be out here churning no
Yeah.
Because they
butter.
still
Eating
still
better,
hunt-
probably
exactly.
vegetables.
That because
Yeah.
name's burning up out here in
Yeah,
More
Texas.
natural.
food, yeah,
Then they grow
absolutely.
their own veggies and stuff too. So,
Yeah. And the weather out there is perfect for that. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down there looking real nice, and I come back, I got pimples and just sweats and all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
going
your
on.
body's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Changing climate.
Might as well, what the hell we doing here?
Mhm.
I think we better get into our upside down song.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Today, guys, y'all seen the Bad Boys 4 movie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It was lit.
Okay.
Man.
And everybody seen the Oscar slap, right? That happened between
Yeah,
Will
the-
Smith and Chris Rock.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So from the Bad Boys 4 movie, I'm sorry I don't want to spoil it for everybody.
Hold on. Spoiler alert.
Right, yeah, there you go.
But Chris Rock is stating that the slap that's in Bad Boys 4 is kind of mocking that Oscar slap.
I ain't see no slap.
So
It was a slap in there?
yeah,
Yeah.
there was a
I
didn't
slap
even,
in
like,
Bad Boys 4.
the same-
Pay attention
word-
to that at all.
Me
Like when I
neither.
watched it, that was the furthest thing from my mind.
It's the scene where Martin slapped him like four, 5
Yeah,
times. Like,
Yeah,
come on, man.
it's like
come
he
on.
slapped the booger snot out of
Man,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, because he was tripping. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that was not reminiscent of that at all.
I didn't think so
I
at
forgot
all.
about the Chris
I didn't
Rock
think
slap.
so
I
at
ain't
all.
gonna
They,
lie.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But
Like that's not where my mind went when I saw that happen.
When I saw
Right.
it, right. I
it was
thought
like
it was funny.
Will
right.
tripping, somebody get him up.
Right, right. So So how is that in reference?
He
it's like-
just still salty about that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
that's
I think
all. You
so
know what
too.
I'm saying?
I think so.
I feel
Well,
like
and then some people started speaking out against something that happened. How long has that been now?
2
Two-
years.
but-
2
2
years? Like, just because the movie came out. It's, if you were
Yeah.
going to say something when it happened.
Exactly.
Because some people that are popping out now, it's like, okay, we're all trying to move on from it. Chris
Mm-hmm.
Rock had his moment.
Yeah.
He
Right.
did.
Yeah.
He spoke what he wanted to say about it. And
Right,
let's move
because
on.
he had a whole stand up special he did when we was
Right.
talking about stuff like that.
And this
Yeah.
happened way in what 2022,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you're
What I don't like
tripping.
what Chris Rock did was, Chris Rock, it happened. We all saw it happen.
Mhm.
right.
But he didn't want to do a stand up or release his stand up until the day before the Oscars the following year.
Yeah.
Like, how? Why though?
He had to write it. He had to write the stuff out.
Yeah.
But it still was
Yeah.
not funny though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It was
I don't
not
know.
funny at
Chris
all.
Rock ain't never been funny to me though.
He
just,
no.
yeah.
He's a funny as a stand-in because I feel like
He
he's
just talk weird.
he's in all of Adam Sandler's movies,
Yeah.
and I feel like he's not funny without Adam Sandler. That's my opinion.
You know, he's the one black friend that the people
That-
gotta have.
Exactly.
Oh.
He's invited to the
I'm
white
not
people
gonna get us
cookout.
canceled, guys. right. The one black, but that's the one. I got black friends. It's Chris
Right.
Rock. It's
There
him.
you go.
And honestly, I think all of us would have been okay if Chris Rock would have slapped him back.
Yeah.
Right.
In
I
that
mean-
moment, because, I mean, it would have been a natural reaction.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with a whole
Right.
fight. Ooh,
Right.
oh, you see that?
Cause
But it's
like-
been 2 years, so I
Been 2
think
years.
people need to just move on now.
The bad
Right,
part about the
exactly.
slap to me was Chris put his hand behind his back when the man was walking up to him face to face. You ain't never seen a real black man do that before. Like,
I don't know. That's why I feel like a lot of that was staged. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A lot of people like, oh no, he slapped him for real. First of all, when Will cocked back to slap, he waited a second. It was like a,
Right. It looked
right.
it was one of them.
really
It wasn't no.
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
why
know what I'm
everybody
saying?
thought
Yeah.
it was fake at first because
Yeah.
it just looked like it was. But I don't
Right.
know.
maybe Will don't know how to fight. He don't know how
Maybe
to
he
slap
don't, because I ain't
somebody.
gonna stunt.
know.
After he
But it
slapped him,
was-
his foot kind of slipped back a little bit. Like, it was,
And then he walked back with his hand like he was from the Wild Wild West again.
Yeah.
I was like,
wow.
right. That was,
We have
that was
to
a good
admit
movie.
though that Will is just an amazing actor.
He
just
is. Yeah, you can't take that
And then
away
him
from
and
him.
Martin together, I think they just make a good team.
Right.
do.
Because everybody was worried about Martin.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
this
They were
movie,
worried he
but
had a
did
stroke or
good.
something.
Yeah,
I
he
thought he
looked a
did
little
good.
sick. I think he did good too.
I felt like they were trying hard to dim Will's light because think about it. He had a situation with Jada. He had the situation with Chris.
Mm-hmm.
It took a lot from him for a while. And he had so many movies on Netflix that were supposed to come out or supposed to be in production, and they paused it because of that situation. He's already been banned from the Oscars for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie was his comeback.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
An amazing movie.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen Bad Boys Part 4, y'all gotta check that thing out. It's
Man.
a dope
Yeah.
movie. It's real
It's a
good.
really
It's real
good
good.
movie,
And I ain't gassing it. Every one of the Bad Boy movies is fire leading up to
Yeah.
this one. So
Definitely.
So what would y'all say the upside is to this? I don't know.
I think the upside is just seeing him get back to doing what he loves to do. I
Right.
feel like he has a passion for acting.
Mhm.
So I
Yes.
think that, I mean, the more people talk about him, it's just fuel to prove him wrong.
exactly.
And then he performed at the BET
Exactly.
Awards too, so it's like you ain't seen Will
No.
perform on a live stage or
Man.
anything for a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he goes
good.
to the concerts and
Yeah.
everything low key, but you
Mhm.
haven't seen Will perform in a while.
Yeah, then it was a gospel song.
That
Very
he wrote.
inspiring gospel
Yeah.
song.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Have y'all seen it?
Yeah.
You seen it? Yeah.
And I would say the upside is, hey, it promoted the movie.
It
Yeah.
did. It did.
Gave a little bit of promotion to the movie.
Yeah,
So,
movie definitely did numbers.
Yeah.
The downside, it just seems like that Chris Rock is trying to make sure Will is not that person again, that guy to look
Right.
at again.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like if it's still hurting him that much, have the conversation with Will off camera, away from other people.
Mhm.
Like he doesn't owe Will that because I get it. Like what
Yeah.
Will did was wrong, but
Yeah.
but if it's bothering you that much, then just
Right.
have the conversation.
Exactly. Talk to
Right.
that man instead of trying to diminish his character. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you're creating false narrative. If that wasn't true, what Will was trying to do, you know, it's creating
Yeah.
a false thing, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't listen to something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make your own judgment. You know, go see the movie
Yeah.
first of all,
Yep.
and look at the slap again.
Man.
Look at this.
I
man.
didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
let us know in the comments how y'all feel about Will
Yeah.
Smith. You know what I'm saying? Not outside of the whole Oscar situation, just him as a person, as an actor, as a music celebrity.
Right.
You know, just let us know how y'all feel about Will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Snitch, snitch, no snitch. Yeah.
One time for Martin, one time for Martin Lawrence.
That's my boy. Hey, he Aries too, like us.
Oh,
But you know I'm going on tour soon, so I mean,
Yeah. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah,
That's our upside down side, guys.
Boom, boom,
But yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Really?
That's how it
The
goes.
theme music.
All right, guys, it's time for another AC showcase. We have a singer, songwriter, producer, and engineer.
Yep.
His name is Gabriel Blackman. Give it up.
Woo!
Fire. Do you wanna go out of town for the week, babe? Pack it up, let's go. Have you laying out on a 5-star beach, babe? Ooh, you got my soul. Know the water troubling, hot tub bubbling, yeah. When you've had a better time, never gonna remember when, yeah. Do rock, let's not waste no time. Do rock, and then she starts to whine. Do rock, I won't need a second chance, babe. Do rock, here's some of this romance, baby. You got me watching your spine, yeah. You a fool with it. I fool with it. You got me all in your grind, yeah. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? And you occupy my mind. You so smooth with it. Definitely on my mind. Definitely our time. So true with it. It's our time. You got me watching your spine, yeah. You a fool with it. Ooh, you do the fool. You got me all in your grind, yeah. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? And you occupy my mind. You so smooth with it. Definitely on my mind. Definitely our time. Yeah. So true with it. Picture flying out on a Friday night. Yeah, what you wanna do? Gotta go shopping so my outfit's right. Oh, that look is you. Now I got you trembling and it's nighttime out. Nighttime out. Then we can begin again, cause the time don't care. Time don't care, babe. Do rock. Let's not waste no time, no. Do rock. And then she starts to whine, yeah. Do rock. I won't need a second chance, baby. Do rock. Come and get this romance, baby. You got me watching your spine, yeah. You a fool with it. You a fool. You got me all in your grind, yeah. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? And you occupy my mind. You so smooth. Definitely on my mind, babe. It's definitely our time. So true with it. It's our time. You got me watching your spine, yeah. You a fool with it. You a fool. You got me all in your grind, yeah. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do? And you occupy girl, it's all on you. So smooth with it. Definitely on my mind. Definitely our time. So true with it. Oh, you got me watching your spine, yeah. You a fool with it. You the fool. You got me all in your grind, yeah. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? And you occupy my mind. You so smooth with it. Oh, my it's definitely our time. So true with it. You a fool with it. What you gonna do with it?
So let's welcome Gabriel Blackman to the couch.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for performing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very welcome.
great.
Very
Yeah,
welcome.
you sound real good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on, black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time for the black man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about you.
So I am born and raised in Denton, and I mean I come from like not very many musicians in my family. Just my parents; they were the only singers in the family, and so this was something I knew very, very, very early that I was going to get into. And I was going to be a writer. I was going to be a producer, all of that stuff. So it was really just kind of a deferred dream because I took a very long road to get there.
Yeah.
And really had to deal with a lot of fear. I thought I sucked. And I thought nobody would listen to me.
And I think we all go through that.
Yeah.
Our own worst
So
critics.
yes,
for sure.
definitely. So once I, started actually putting stuff out, and of course the pandemic did that, and took away that fear, and now I'm in full swing.
That's what
So,
I'm talking about.
yeah.
Man, that's good to hear, man. So what did you start doing first? Writing, producing? What came first for you?
I wrote my first song when I was 9.
Okay.
So
nice.
writing has always been a huge part of what I want to do. Then I became an engineer.
Okay.
And went to school for that, and started working with people like Ty.
Tom Macklin, what's
yeah.
up, Tom Macklin?
That's T.Y.
Yes, sir.
That's a brilliant man. That's a brilliant man. So I started. First, I started working at his studio, but then started actually writing songs with him.
Okay.
And just certain things like that. And I wanted to just be a writer and be behind the scenes, but there are times that I deal with artists who are not necessarily ready to put whatever they have out that I've worked with them on. So it's, should I wait on them or just put myself out there?
Yeah.
And I put myself out there.
Yeah. Otherwise, you might be waiting forever.
Yes. And you know what? For some of those artists, I am waiting forever. So it's a good thing that I went out and stepped on this. So I like it.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
No, go ahead.
Do you remember what your first song was about that you wrote when you were 9?
Oh, okay. So I was watching the original Down Low video by R. Kelly.
Okay.
So the one where he out there in the desert and he,
What y'all know about that damn?
Yeah. But didn't that song have a whole other meaning though? Like, 'cause-
I don't know that. I don't know if it had another meaning. I just remember the music video and how cool I thought the music video was. That was the first time we saw Ronald Isley as Mr. Big and that whole thing. So that was like, oh my God, he's writing a movie.
Yeah.
So
Creative,
so that's kind of what I wanted to do. And then around the time I was 14, Eric Roberson
Yeah.
came into so I've been listening to Eric Roberson since like 2001, and at the time he said the things that I felt and couldn't say for myself. And so that, like, huge influence, of course, Michael Jackson and a bunch of other people, but they all kind of compile into the amalgamation that is me.
Okay.
So
You know what's amazing, bro? Like, you definitely got the look of an R&B singer. The way you dress right now, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you give a Music Soul Child or like you give the vibe with because of the necklace piece and the coat.
Yeah.
So you
I
dress the
appreciate
part.
that.
You
Thank
dress
you.
the part for real.
Thank you for that too.
He giving me blues right now. I don't know. I've been into the blues a lot
I need a
lately.
guitar or something. Real good.
Yeah, I love jazz. I love blues. I mean, anything that has to do with the creation of music, I'm in it. I'm in it.
Well, what are some of your musical inspirations, like other artists that you?
We already said Eric Roberson. Right now, I'm listening to Lucky Day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
His new album, Algorithm.
I'm listening to that all the time.
Yes.
Giveon, I really like Giveon. So
That's my
It's okay.
man.
It's your boy right
That's
Yeah.
my man. That's my man.
That's your mind.
That's my man.
So yeah, there's people like that. There's an artist out in LA. His name is Bari, Barii, and he has some really cool songs. But yeah, I think now the list of people that I want to work with has grown so far that and it doesn't matter what capacity, as a writer, producer, engineer. Now I've been able to be in some studio sessions with some really cool people, and so I'm waiting for all of these things to pay off. So all of this it's building up to something. What is it? And so I'm just trying to remain curious and keep the creativity going, because that's what we need.
Right.
We have so many artists, and not a lot of creativity left.
Exactly.
So
If you ask me, no creativity at all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think at a certain point we're just telling other people's stories over and over.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
so when do we get to the point where we start talking about ourselves and being honest with who we are?
Yeah.
And there are some artists who do that, but it's a facade most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a persona.
Yeah.
So, and there is a little bit persona. There's showmanship to all of it. There's showmanship to church, but at a certain point, we expect to hear some truth.
Yeah. Be
And
authentic.
Yeah.
right, so people sharing their truths, that's the hugest thing. And right now, of course, Black people, we always need to tell our truth to each other and to the world out there.
Yeah.
Just, you know, they need to understand.
Yeah.
They need to, even if they don't, it's like, it's all going to come back around. We're all going to come back around. So,
So
Yeah.
how do you prepare for like a studio session? Like, do you listen to a beat and then you go in and you know what it's gonna be about, or?
so when I'm working with someone else, depending on who it is, if they already have some music out, I'll go listen to it and see kind of what they're on. And then even at the beginning of the session, I'll ask them, okay, what are you working on now?
Yeah.
Because they might have a different sound now. They might be going for something different.
Yeah.
So just having that conversation, but always listen to them beforehand and do whatever research I can. For myself,
Yeah.
what I did before is go into the studio with a beat and a blunt. And whatever happened,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I do now. I mean, I work at a studio that's non-smoking. So now that's on the way.
Yeah.
That's on the way, or I'm prepared beforehand, but I've done it without as well.
Yeah.
So now 4 hours, I let the song formulate how it does. I'm not even in the way anymore.
Yeah.
There were songs that I used to actually write where I could say it was me writing it and they sucked. But now when I move out of the way, let the music do what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
it's
then
good.
they probably didn't even suck. They probably sucked the
Yeah.
Right.
I felt like I
Right.
overthought it.
Yeah.
I overthought it.
Yeah.
So it just, some of those ideas they hit and some of them didn't. But the new stuff I'm doing, it all hits.
Totally.
It all hits.
Yeah.
If you weren't singing, what other venture would you want to break into?
Ooh.
Got you on that one, didn't you?
And what other talents do
Make me
you
think,
have?
make me
I think I am like really, really Afrocentric.
Okay.
So some part of activism.
Okay.
Some part of activism.
Yeah.
Because there's always a need for that. And what we're dealing with now is just really just people with a lack of empathy.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
with that increasing, and then that's also something society wise where we kind of push that on each other,
Right. Yeah.
that certain lack of empathy for the people around you. So I really believe in a world that works for everyone. And I mean, I think that starts with us.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Encanto?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
No. Okay.
You haven't seen Color?
Oh,
Girl.
Encanto.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
Yeah.
Bruno.
It's a Disney
We
movie.
don't
It's a
talk
Disney movie.
about Bruno.
And you know what?
No.
Yeah, because I've heard it in the house, but
Yeah.
I've never seen
You
it.
gotta watch
Okay.
it. It's a good
She
movie.
got kids.
I'm
It's a
curious
really
on
good
what
movie.
your thoughts about it because
Yes.
I've heard certain things about it.
So the first thing I'm gonna say is, whenever you watch it, just know it's about Black people. It's
Yeah,
about Black
I
people.
never gathered that, but continue.
So it's a family, a family that had a great loss, and from that loss birthed these wonderful gifts that they use to help the people around them,
right.
the whole country. So that's us. Look at what we do. We are always entertainers,
That part.
sports athletes.
Yeah.
We have some of the most intelligent people in the world. And that's not just Black people. That's all of us, coming from Africa. So we set trends all the time.
Yeah.
We create new words all the time. We are an endless waterfall of creativity around the world.
Yeah.
Definitely that.
Yeah. For sure.
So that's how they had those gifts, and once those things started to kind of fade away, then they're looking at who to blame. But really, it just meant come back together.
Yeah.
you can still help people with all of our superpowers as Black people.
Right.
But it doesn't. We don't have to look at like,
Yeah, the
Right, point the
competition.
finger.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So consolidating is going to be a huge thing for us and our people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what I saw when I watched that,
Okay.
Right.
and
I'm gonna have to go watch it again and see if I can get me a
yeah,
the whole vision. I'm like, yo, I can see
Yeah,
people
you
dancing
look at it a
and
little
singing.
differently.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you spoke about the lack of empathy, you know, that's in the world today. You can hear that in the music.
yes,
Oh, for
You can
yes.
definitely hear that in the music today because we don't have a lot of the love and a lot of the compassion
Yeah.
and a lot of the, you know, world peace stuff, you know, that you used to hear.
Yes,
We don't
yeah.
have that, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Right, and that's it's partially people wanting to get straight through things and not necessarily have to talk.
Mm-hmm.
We of course we have that, and we have that in our culture, period.
Yeah.
But we don't necessarily like to talk about certain things, and when you do that, that means it has to invoke some kind of change. Like
Right.
something
Right.
has
Yeah.
to be different.
Yeah.
We can't just keep saying it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
it's crazy because some of the things that a lot of the artists are just doing so freely, like we were put in circuses for, like people were
Oh, yeah.
using us as entertainment and
Yes.
laughing at it, but now we're just doing it freely.
yes.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, now we live in a time where people are trying to do that because they want to go viral.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, shun anybody for doing that. It's just not what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So if I can't continually be myself and I got to put on an act in front of the camera, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right. I agree
I
with you
wanna
on
do
that. 100%. Yeah.
And I feel like
Oh, go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
was going to say, I feel like majority of like artists and celebrities are doing too much now because of management. Because if you ever watch those biopic movies
Yeah.
with when it's like Ray or Cadillac Records, stuff like that, it's always the manager who had an ulterior motive that made this person go out there to be this person that they're not.
Yes.
So it's like TLC, they movie. It was always the manager scamming for the money and behind the scenes. So it's like you're giving these people an image to maintain that's not them,
Yes.
that they do not like.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why, like how you say with Kendrick went into management for himself, and he didn't change who he was.
Yeah.
So he's out here doing all that, to where, because he's comfortable with who he is.
Yes.
And he's not going to change for nobody.
Yeah.
He gave himself that free range too. So
Yeah.
you say the managers, they're managing these people, but everybody has an option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has options.
I mean, when
they
it-
go through with it because they want the
Yeah.
money. You know?
Well, yeah, when it comes down to it, management is supposed to work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tell management what to do.
Exactly. And a lot
But-
of people get that confused.
Management doesn't get paid unless you get paid. So they're going to push you into whatever they can.
Right.
That's a paying gig.
That's pain.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they want their piece too, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But to take your career into your own hands,
Yes.
and there are so many artists that we've seen be successful at that, and we look at and we tout them as legends because they took their career in their own hands and said, "I'm going to do what I want to do."
Yeah.
Right.
They may not get as far as we thought they would, but I mean, you look at somebody like Beyonce. I don't know if she went as far as she wanted to go,
Yeah.
but look at where she is.
Right.
Yeah.
And now she can make whatever decision she wants to.
Yeah.
And if y'all not ready for Beyonce, then she ain't coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to make a decision too to just do what you want to do.
Yes.
Don't be out there doing the drugs and the things that they're pushing people to do to be more
Yeah.
active in what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Some people use drugs as like a thing to where if I'm on drugs I perform better.
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
I do
yeah.
this better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
But it just
what?
it allows them to keep going, and they're just really just trying to self-medicate.
Yeah.
And we've had, just even here in Dallas, we've had so many people who have had terrible health issues.
Yeah.
You know, Sean being one of those people. And so we have to get to the point where we're taking better care of ourselves.
Right.
If we're not taking care of ourselves, what we do with this music, it sticks around for a while.
Yeah.
Eventually somebody's going to forget this.
Yeah.
Eventually somebody's not going to remember who Gabriel Blackman is. And But what we leave behind, of course, we leave behind some music, but we leave behind the impact on people's lives.
Yeah.
Brother, man, after that performance, everybody's going to remember who Gabriel Blackman is. Goddamn.
Hey, I hope so.
That performance you just put on, they're going to remember your name, goddamn. Man.
Yeah. Singing. So do you have
Heard
anything coming up that you want the people to know about?
Yes. So currently I have a single out called Our Time. And that's, a perfect little vacation song. And I really, of course, I'm glad you guys let me share it with you. But I have an album coming out called Black Amber. And it is, it's really a collection of songs that really just display some of my growth. They say that you've been writing your first album your whole life. And I've had some other smaller projects, EPs and stuff like that. But this is literally my first full-length album. And so you will see what I've been on for last couple of years and some of the growth that has come from it. And I'm really excited because this is it. Like this is an amalgamation of everything.
Makes you feel good to have something completed.
Yes. You don't know how many projects I've started and never finished. I got like 8 right now.
Tell me about
8 of them right now. So,
Buy this man's album in stores February 32nd. Come on, man.
Right?
Support the Black Love, man.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Black Amber and Tanisha and them. It was Linda, Tanisha,
Listen,
Brenda,
February
Keisha. Yeah. We buy this black man's album.
December.
Yeah.
Look, coming out December.
Yeah.
Number
So
four.
what made you choose the name Black Amber?
So
It was his ex-girlfriend name.
shout out to all the women with regular names.
Tiquashina.
Right.
So Black Amber, so you tell these stones like that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And so I was in a crystal shop and I was looking at a piece of amber, just amber. It's a resin from a tree. And right next to it, I saw a piece of black amber. Just kind of read what they're about, what they, what they do crystal wise. And it was like, okay, this is kind of forming. I have this idea. I had the colors. I had even the title of the song, like. All of these ideas started to pop. And I know that's when something's happening. And so I started making a beat, and the first song that came out was called Black Amber.
Nice.
And it's like, okay, now let's see what else we can do.
Right.
And now we 12 songs deep, and we're almost done.
Okay.
Almost done. A couple songs left, and that's it.
Congratulations in advance.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
And speaking of songs, speaking of songs,
Songbird. Yep.
now I was listening to some songs, right?
Right?
And I came across that song Coco.
Hey.
Now, can you elaborate a little bit on that song? What are you talking about?
So the I have this undying affinity for dark-skinned women.
Come on,
Right.
Come on.
So that literally is just my appreciation for dark-skinned women, but also globally, it's for Black people. It's for Black people. The one thing we can never take off is our skin,
Right.
and I think it's one of the most beautiful parts of us as people. So, no matter what, everywhere in the world, people recognize Black people.
Right. Yeah.
No matter how they treat us or how they look at us, they always recognize us. They know who.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we're here in America, South America, London, they know.
Yeah.
And they know where we're from. So, but it's a beautiful thing. And that because it is, that was something I wanted to celebrate.
Yes.
So,
Well, tell them where they can find you, man. Let us know where we can, social media and everything.
at Gabriel Blackman, GabrielBlackmon.
Okay. Gabriel Black.
Yeah, Black Mom.
And
Yeah,
that's what
really.
we'll have in the description of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Black
Thank you so
Money.
much.
Thank you guys so much for having me
Yeah.
on. I really appreciate this.
Yes, it was a treat. Yeah.
Remember, y'all, Black Amber. Album in stores, on records and vinyls, and we're gonna be on.
Don't worry. I'll keep everybody updated. Don't worry.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you are. Man, it's been a pleasure having you, Mr. Blackman. You know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying? I look forward to hearing all your music and everything like that. I'm gonna check you out. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't check you out this time. But when I heard you singing in there, I got to check
I appreciate
you out.
that.
For sure,
Thank
for
you.
sure. But now,
Tell that man
it's
you
time
ain't
for
heard
us to shut up, Nick.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna be honest about mine. You know? However, let's get into this AC Spotlight.
Our AC Spotlight of the day is a very beautiful jewel I ran across on YouTube by the name of Arlissa, who is a British-born German singer-songwriter. Arlissa has collaborated with many, including Nas, and was featured on shows like NBC Today Show, as well as ABC Good Morning America. Some of her most popular and my absolute favorite songs to listen to are Every Time I Breathe, What's It Gonna Be, and Healing. If you want to check out more of Alissa's music, you can find her on any music platform, such as YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and more. She's also on every social media platform, so go give her a follow to find out more about her. She has a really cool backstory and is truly a dope artist, as well as a great inspiration. She's definitely someone you will want to have in your playlist. And this is our AC Spotlight.
All right. Another amazing episode. Thanks to Mr. Blackman. Remember, that man's an amazing singer, amazing artist. But nah, for real though, I appreciate a good show. I appreciate good talent. But it's incredible thought time. My incredible thought for the day. Your road to success does not have to be a carpool. Make sure that don't let anybody tell you what's great for you. If you want to be a singer, be a singer. If you want to be an architect, be an architect. If you want to write children's books, do that. But don't let nobody put their coordinates in your GPS to your road to success. Because you're going to reach your destination by whatever you choose to do. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. And
Be
by the
there.
man above.
Good job,
Man.
brother Nick.
Well, that's another episode, y'all.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. Come back, I'm going to do the ham bone. Oh, man, I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave it down below in the comment section down below.
Yep.
But we appreciate you guys for watching.
Please
Yeah.
subscribe, all that good
watching.
stuff. Please.
Yes, and don't ask my ratings on camera, too.
We out.
We out.
Peace.